What's up, everybody? This is the Cowboy James Storm, and be sure to check out NWF Power Podcast. And if you don't, sorry about your damn luck. But seriously, check it out.
Hello, NWF Army. Welcome back to the PowerPod. I'm still a little low here. Let's fix that. There we go. Now I look big and tall. Hey, welcome to our co-host, as always, the NWF Commissioner, Wildcat Chris Harris. Hello, sir. How are you?
Kirk, you're always big and tall. You don't need any help.
I know. I have to shop at the Newport Tent and Awning store for my suits these days. Big weekend. We had a great show at Ludlow. The place was on fire.
Yes, I love the electric in Ludlow, man. Those fans go crazy, and I love it.
They were so excited. Some really exciting things happened. Lord Crew made a return, and he was over like Rover. Yeah, I see the shirt.
That's right. Mafia was back in town.
He was super popular. And what about that Savannah Suite?
Well, she got a little aggressive streak to her now, huh?
Yeah, I mean, viciously attacking Ella. I don't know.
I give all the props in the world, though, defeating 9 other people.
Yeah.
To keep her title. That's that Battle Royal. I mean, you just never know when something like that. All you have to do is throw the champ over the top rope, and we got a new champion. But she held her own. But Savannah Sweet was just she wasn't going to stand by. And
well, a lot went down. If you weren't there, you missed it. You should feel very, very sorry for yourselves that you weren't there to take a look at it. But we'll be back in action this Saturday.
Great recap on Bustin' Loose.
Yeah, check that out. And join us this Saturday, of course, at BoneKrushers. And, of course, we're going to be in Covington coming up on the 17th for the fight before Christmas. How about them Bengals?
Man, that's a big win over Kansas City.
Big win. That's a very exciting win. And, yeah.
I don't know if we're quite there yet, but people are I've heard it from several places that this is the new Peyton and Brady, and
yeah,
we had some great matchups with those guys, and it looks like that Mahomes and Burrow are going to be they're going to be around for a while, so we're going to see this quite a few more times. And as of right now, always change, but we have their number.
That's right. Well, this is an important day in wrestling history, apparently. I didn't know till right before the broadcast, but we're going to do a real way back, but I wanted to do a very quick way back.
Okay. Wow, man.
Is this familiar to you at all?
Looks a little familiar. And I'm still feeling that.
That has to be incredibly painful.
What do we, I think it's 18 years, right?
18 years today, I think I saw on Facebook, so we had to bring that up. But I did want to do an actual,
I saw it on Facebook, and it was unusual to see that Elix Skipper made a comment. So him and I had
great.
Some messages back and forth. So
that's nice.
Yeah, that was kind of cool. But yeah, it's crazy to think people still remember that, man. That was a big deal.
It was a very big deal, and so many great moments from those days that we need to celebrate more often. But I think it is time to do an actual way back.
I love these. I can't wait.
Now, we have talked, let's go back to you and me. We have talked a couple times about Tracey Smothers and how great he was. And I was able to find something on my YouTube search this week that I think you're going to like. So from the NWA Worldwide, Nashville, Tennessee, I believe.
Yeah.
This is a Wildcat Chris Harris versus Tracey Smothers match. And as old school as it gets. So you're about to lock up here in a real old school sort of way. And this is where people can learn, you young wrestlers out there watching, or people who are used to this modern style of flippy. Just watch the intensity here of the early stages of this and how you tell a story.
Tracey loved to play mind games too. I never knew what he was doing at the beginning there, and he could have jumped at any time.
Yeah.
He will take you to school. That is not just a phrase, guys. He will take you to school.
Locking you up there, and you're you're not backing down, which is what we like to see from a babyface as well. So, here he comes. He still could, he's not a young man here, really. I mean, he's not old, but he's not 20. And he moves around quite great.
I definitely had the youth experience.
Yeah, how old do you think you are here?
Let's see, NWA Worldwide. It had to be Nashville, so I would say that was around the year maybe 2000.
Yeah, probably so.
So I was about 20, 27, 28.
You knew him a long time. I mean, he was... this is certainly not the first time you've worked with him.
No, we had matches all over the place, but it's interesting that you found one from NWA TV down there. So, because we had many shows that, many events. Oh, look at that. I had him.
Yeah. I think I could get a job working at Ludlow if you watch our referees.
I had many matches with him all over the place just for the house crowd. But here we are on TV. So, that was but I loved working with Tracey. Man, he taught me so much.
Just everything he does is so smooth, and he moves around there so well, and just the little things like look at those, just the rake of your back.
And he always kept the crowd interaction going, but
But it's natural. He's not stopping what he's doing to do that, right? The crowd is still in this because they hate him, and he doesn't have to make a big show of it. He's beating you up, and the crowd doesn't like it.
He's just ruthless. I mean, doing something like that, they hate.
Right. And, he's got a manager out there who's not done much and doesn't seem to be very much consequence, but that does help to have an extra body out there, but I don't think he needed it.
He always loved having a second out there for some reason.
There
I can remember back a lot of times we would get to the events and he'd find out what managers were on the card, and he'd say, "You're out with me." Just to get extra heat.
Pick whichever one he wanted.
Belly to belly there.
That was a good one. We're winding down here. We're getting close to the end, I think. Oh.
Boy, them forearms, they were solid.
Crescent. I mean, look at the way the agility and the
very smooth.
Yeah, the way he moves around there. I mean, he's hopping up and
hopping up for a kick. Yeah.
Yeah. And that manager doesn't seem to know what he's doing. I guess his name was G. Gordon something.
Yeah, I remember him. At this point, he's probably just nervous being out there with Tracey, making sure he doesn't screw anything up.
G. Gordon Giddy, I think they called him on the commentary. Here we go. I think we're getting ready to wind into the towards the end of this one. Tracey misses that big buckle, and here you come. I don't remember seeing you do that very much.
Yeah, I didn't do that very well.
This one I'm so used to, though.
He may have called that on the fly, to be honest with you.
You got a spear there, and then we got the manager again. I'm not sure he knows what he's.
I carried the spear throughout my career.
Yeah,
Tracey was the one that first had me start doing it.
All right. Well, and it got much better than the one you just did there. That was not your best one ever. You didn't have enough room.
This is back when I did the flying.
I've seen you do that before. Yeah.
Yeah, manager's in the right place.
And this one looks pretty stiff.
It probably was.
I think you got him pretty good.
It was a good shot.
I think when he messed up earlier, I think you probably weren't real happy with it.
That was probably
And look at that. Look at the ring positioning and the ability to get over the ropes and just to put his feet up there and beat you here on the way back.
Perfect timing.
Pretty exciting. Tracey Smothers, one of the best.
Still throwing furniture.
I thought that you would enjoy seeing that.
I like that, Kirk. Thank you for finding that.
Yeah, I'm always searching for something that's going to be interesting, relevant, or entertaining, and
I'm sure that was a lot of hard work on your part to edit that. So
well, not I honestly did it I did it as soon as I got home from work tonight. But thank you. I'll pretend like it took me forever. Speaking of great wrestling, we all know every week we talk about it. They are truly our only sponsor. And I can't find my graphic button. Where's it at? There it is. BoneKrushers is the place to be if you want to become a professional wrestler. Bring your $100 down to the Elmwood Place building on Vine Street. We're going to be there this Saturday. come this Saturday to watch the show, and then come back on Tuesday, or come this Thursday, and we'll sign you up and teach you how to be a wrestling superstar, like all the guys on the screen. One of those wrestling superstars we'll see this Saturday night has a big matchup against Pompano Joe. So let's bring on our guest. He represents Into Madness. This is Headline Shaun Evans. Hello, sir.
Hello, how's it going?
Good. How are you feeling?
I'm doing all right.
I mean, I know that we don't want to talk too much about it because I think you're okay. But when people tell me that wrestling is fake or that things aren't real, and then I see things like this, watch your head. Knee right to the temple, and you could tell you got knocked a little silly there for a second on Saturday night, and so I know that we're taking an eye and making sure you're okay, and right now you're getting ready for your match Saturday night, but we want to make sure that as much as we despise you in real life and also in wrestling, we do want our talent to be okay. So I know Wildcat's looking out for you, but this stuff hurts, folks.
Yeah.
You've got a headache, I think, even still.
It definitely didn't go the way I wanted to Saturday.
Yeah. Swinger was victorious after that, and was not a great night for you. And then after the show, it wasn't a great night for you either, because you walked outside and people were kind of picking on you a little bit, making fun of you, and you found that turkey suit in the car.
I'm still not laughing about that, but
I mean, it's kind of funny.
It's not. Come on.
We don't have that footage, Kirk.
I don't have the footage of that because I wasn't there. But
can watch Bustin' Loose for it, though.
Yeah, you know, Pompano Joe had your number on Thanksgiving Eve, but you guys have got a lot going on and a lot of tension there, and he's been messing with your mind this Saturday with that turkey suit reminder being in the car. What's your plan for this Saturday night when you go 1-1 with him?
Correct me if I'm wrong, Shaun Evans, but it sounds like Pompano kind of wanted to have some fun with this, but I think you're taking it a little bit more serious than that.
I am. I'm taking it very seriously. You know, last Saturday, it was all a big joke. Pompano thought that he was going to get one over on me, put me in the turkey suit. But if I recall correctly, I'm the one that left without needing help. So I think it's time for people to finally see the real Pompano Joe for who he really is. He's been pulling, a fast one over the NWF Army for years and years. But I know the real Pompano.
Well, and I would say, I don't think people appreciate just how long you've been working on this wrestling craft, right? You've been around for a very long time, and it's taken you some time to get some momentum. It's taken you some time to really get your shot. But now that you have made it to where you are taking full advantage. You've aligned yourself with Titan, who's always very dangerous. And Into Madness and Headline Shaun Evans are now major factors, major players in the Northern Wrestling Federation with a lot of experience as a journeyman and, scouting out and watching people like Pompano Joe. I mean, for years, the fans know this, you were doing security for years at the events, and they saw you there, and you now, continue to work on it, and found your way. And while we don't like your methods so much in the ring, I do have to admire your tenaciousness and the amount of time you've put in. It makes you pretty dangerous. You're also not a little guy. So Pompano Joe, for all his chain wrestling and all of his scientific technical stuff, may have a bad time, especially if he keeps messing with your brain. Not your actual brain that you hit your temple with, but your, psychological brain with this turkey suit nonsense. I don't know if he knows what he's asking for.
No, he definitely doesn't. And this Saturday is definitely going to be the first opportunity that I have with the world.
Well, I know your head's not in a great place, but I think it's time for us to do our usual rapid fire segment. So, let's do the music. Are you familiar with our rapid fire segment?
I am.
I'm going to ask you a series of questions. You will give me an answer. I will determine solely on my own judgment whether they're right or wrong. If they're right, you get a ding. If you're wrong, you get a buzzer. I get to make the decision. Wildcat can give an opinion, but I have control of the buttons. Here we go. Are you ready?
Yes.
We ask everyone the same question the first time. Your favorite wrestler of all time?
Macho Man Randy Savage.
That's a good answer.
Gets a ding for me.
We just saw Wildcat do his big elbow drop there in that match with Tracey Smothers. Best Christmas present you've ever received?
I don't know.
Time's up. No one's ever given you a present. Best present you've ever given?
Anything that I give to my kid.
All right, that's fair. I was hoping you were going to say a beatdown to Pompano Joe this Saturday night, but you missed out on that opportunity. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
No.
No.
It's so much a Christmas movie that, again, it's time. Let's see. What day is this? This is the time for our Advent calendar to come down. He's falling slowly more towards Christmas.
A little bit longer.
Not a Christmas movie.
Would you rather watch the Best of the House of Horrors DVD or get a root canal?
Man, I feel like less time will be spent on the House of Horrors DVD.
That's right. Your best wrestling finishing move of all time?
Mine, the kick heard around the world.
I'll take it. Name any NWF wrestler from the past you'd like to team up with. Say Titan's injured and you can't pick him.
I mean, I don't ever want to go against Titan, but Angel or Rob the Bomb for sure.
Okay. Those are good answers.
Yeah.
Favorite Thanksgiving food?
A turkey.
Yeah. I thought you'd get that one right. You know all about turkeys. Who's going to win this Saturday at BoneKrushers? Pompano Joe or headline Shaun Evans?
That's landslide, the headline Shaun Evans.
Don't know if I agree with that. We're going to find out this Saturday night, but you have survived the hot seat. Rapid fire. Good job. Excellent. Yeah, so
Shaun Evans, you mentioned something, and you had a little promo at BoneKrushers, and you brought up the fact that Pompano Joe, how he takes his time and the dedication he has in the training a lot of these future stars, and you were bringing up that he isn't the person they all think he is, and I was, we haven't really dove into that because, as we said, Pompano was trying to have some fun with everything, but where are you going with that? What do you mean by that?
Look, I'm not trying to take anything away. Pompano is a coach for the current Future Stars division. Like, good for him. I'm happy that they have someone that they can look up to. But Pompano Joe isn't this great trainer that everybody thinks he is. I've been here almost as long as Pompano Joe. When I first started out, he wasn't there for me. He never showed up. He never gave me the time. I had guys like Titan. I had guys like Nasty Russ and T-Money. Pompano Joe never cared about the upbringings of Shaun Evans. He didn't help me out. Now you got Pompano Joe going around, and he's getting all these wins around the NWF and the Future Stars division. But that's because he's wrestling the guys that he's training. Pompano isn't going out there against guys like Star Rider and Rex and and Adam Swayze's getting wins. He's beating the guys he's training. That's what I'm trying to expose to the NWF Army, is Pompano Joe isn't this amazing wrestler and trainer that they think he is.
Interesting point. I mean, he definitely is training the new generation and helping to do that with Wildcat and with Roger. But it's hard to argue with the results. I mean, he's still having competitive matches, and these younger talent are taking them to the limit. I mean, we saw him, go time limit stuff recently with guys. So I don't know if your argument holds water, but I think it's going to be interesting to see what he does with you this Saturday, because, again, you're an animal that's bigger and maybe stronger and certainly more dangerous, because you have Titan and you have an attitude. And, again, you've seen him pretty much his whole career and pretty much know what he's all about. So it's going to be a good one. It's well worth coming out to BoneKrushers for this Saturday night to check out. There's some other matches already signed on the card as well. We know that we're going to see Pennsylvania Smith take on Dakota Wolf, right? That's the matchup. We're going to see a tag team action. The Octane Brothers will be in action against the new big guys. What's their names? Why can't I think of it?
The Sharp Brothers.
The Sharp Brothers. Yeah. And then
the Italian Mafia in the house.
Yeah. And then I'm looking forward to seeing Alex Hayden get a shot against Beck Reeves this Saturday night. But Kat, what else we got?
We also we're going to have the Women's Revolution division being represented as we're going to have a triple threat.
Wow.
Big Mama, Riley Matthews, and Breezy, all three in the ring at the same time.
Wow. All right.
So it's always good to have some of the ladies represented there. But to top it all off, we are going to have our very own NWF heavyweight champion, Star Rider, is going to be in action. He will defend the title against Mr. Destiny.
Oh, wow. That's a great card.
That could be a first-time matchup right there. I'm not sure these guys have ever.
Yeah, that's a good one. It's a great show. And BoneKrushers is such a great place. It's the home of the NWF. It's where we train and where you can get really reasonable hot dogs and hang out with the stars in a very close to the ring, intimate fashion. So make sure you get down there, and it's cheap. It's cheap. I mean, it's not expensive at all. It's cheaper than a movie. Come on out.
That's for sure.
Well, it's exciting. We've also got matches, of course, coming up in Covington. It's going to be a big show. The fight before Christmas. All your favorite stars will be there. And then we have a name for New Year's Day. It's usually Slam in the New Year. It's still going to be Slam in the New Year, but it's also Collision Course 4, which means we're going to see
doing another Collision Course 4, and that is really exciting for the fans to see something like this. And if you don't remember what those are like, we're going to have some of the regular roster guys taking on the future stars. So
kick off the new year. Kick off the new year with the NWF. It's no better place to be. It's a 3 o'clock bell time, I believe, in the afternoon on New Year's Day. But come out this weekend and check out BoneKrushers and get your wrestling fix this week. So it's you and Pompano headline, 1-on-1 this Saturday night. Last minute thoughts, comments, ideas, things you want to tell the people. What should we expect to see?
I mean, I'm not taking anything away from the match at all. Like, this is going to be a fight. I feel like Pompano can see how serious I am about this, and he's going to bring his game, which means I'm going to have to step my game up as well. So this Saturday, be ready for a fight, Pompano.
Wildcat, you got anything else to add to this before we sign off for the evening?
I always try to end on a positive note, and you mentioned it earlier, Kirk. We know Shaun Evans has been around for a long time. He really has been around almost as long as Pompano Joe, but I just think there's something different about him that in the past couple years. Just seeing more of a mean streak in him. Since he's aligned himself with Titan, they are 100% definite contenders for the tag team titles. But there's just something about him. I mean, he's kind of bullying his way through the roster now.
I think he's figured out how to use his size to his advantage.
And again, you did mention that. I mean, a lot of people forget how big this guy is.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a big guy, and he stands next to me.
Right.
So, yeah, well, I mean, I think Pompano Joe may have him on the wrestling ability, the skill, but he's definitely got the power and size advantage over Pompano. So it will be interesting to see how this plays out.
Fans, we can't wait to find out what happens. We hope you're there to see it as well. Come out this Saturday night to BoneKrushers. Come out to Covington on the 17th, New Year's Day. NWFWrestling.com. We'll see you here next week. Bye-bye.